It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the AFC East. It's the Bills and the Patriots, and it comes your way next.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Throwing Jones. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Off play action. Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big gain there for the Bills.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st down, Allen. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Jones.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kyle Duggar in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. On play action, Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Myers.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. And that's caught by Landry. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Allen off the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now Allen again. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Now Jones throwing on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And Jones going to keep once more. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. The Sanders has got it complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? He needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. It's the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, it's caught by Sanders. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down, and he's got the hook up to Landry. 20! Landry brushes him off, and he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw again. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Bills.
Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Patriots 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 98 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Going for it with Sanders. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Fast footwork by Sanders. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Sanders got it for a Patriots touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
Allen to the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for Buffalo. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big...
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 29, Jones going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big gain there for the Bills. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. To throw is Allen. And he's got it. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Second and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Allen. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Smith with a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Jones. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2nd and 20. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones going deep here for Landry. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Here's Jones. A desperation heave for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats are right back in this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive